What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, today we're talking about hard drive mining. Or is it farming? Or is it plotting? I don't know, which one is it? So the team over at EverGreenMiner.com sent me not just one, but two of their Chia miners. And I'll be honest, I don't need two of them. So let's give away one of these to you guys later on in today's video. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the video. So quick disclaimer and PSA, I am not at all in any shape, way, or form a Chia expert. I've never actually mined Chia before. So if I make a mistake, please go ahead and leave a comment down below and correct me so that others can learn by it. So we have two packages here. We're going to go ahead and open up this one first. My understanding is this has the expansion bays in it. So we have two expansion bays in here that you guys can see. Here's the first one, has our power and also the USB slot, and it does have the cutout to allow this to be stackable, which is nice. We'll then go ahead and take a look at the other one. It's the exact same thing. So we have two of these. So I believe both of these are 12 terabytes, but we'll have to go ahead and take a look when we're all said and done. So here we go. Here's our two expansion units. They stack nicely right on top of each other. We'll come back to that QR code. Next unit here is, let's see, in lots of bubble wrap, as we can tell. Now, wow, so much lighter. Big difference between the two of these when it comes down to weight. So in this unit here, this is actually the EverGreen hub, not really miner. It's a hub because you're not really mining, you're actually more farming or plotting. And then on the back, you can see power, USB, USB 3, and then also Ethernet. And it does allow it to be stackable on this side here. So those are the three units. We have those. They all kind of stack together all nicely and everything, as you guys can see there. And then what else do we have in here? Let's take a look. We have power cable. We have USB cable. The additional part of that power adapter, which is nice. We have our Ethernet cable, which is the green. Oh, look at this guy. This is like a multi-power cable to take care of each of the expansion slots over one adapter. That's kind of nice. Kind of reminds me of like the Octominer Octopus cable. And then we have another USB cable. Cool. So let's go ahead and get this set up and installed to make this a little bit easier for everybody. We're going to see if it'll stay like this. Here, let me go ahead and put this box here. And then we're going to get, just to keep everything together, so we're good to go. All right, cool. So now we're going to go ahead and get this installed with all of our cables. So first off, let's do our power cables. So we only actually need 3 of these, but the nice thing is we have expansion bays that we can utilize. So we got one at the top for power. We're going to plug that in. We have a second one, and there's our third one. The nice thing is we can do more expansion bays as time goes on, as we get more and more interested in this project. We then have our lovely power brick here, plug that in. We then have our power cable, we'll get that plugged in next. Plugged in on the bottom. Great. Not going to plug that into the wall quite yet, but we will here shortly. Let's get some of our trash cleaned up and out of the way. Next thing is we're going to take our USB cables, and this is what's going to go ahead and take the hub and connect it directly down below. So we're going to go ahead and pick a USB slot here. There we go. Now I'm probably going to do some like Velcro or zip ties to kind of keep this all together when we're done, because I don't like the messes at all. I like to keep all the cables organized. It also avoids any snags or anything like that with the cables. All right, first one's done. Going for the second one here. Let's get this plugged in. Yeah, look at those cables all over the place. And finally, we have the green Ethernet cable. This looks like a 3-foot cable. It might be a little bit longer, actually, now that I look at it. But we'll get this plugged in. We have power and Ethernet right here at the table. Oh, that's definitely longer. Yeah, all right, plugged in. Good to go. So I'm going to plug this into the wall right behind where you guys are and the camera. And we're going to go ahead and plug the unit in as well. So the unit is plugged in. Let's get all of our stuff out of the way. I'm going to take you. Look at all these cables. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. So we're all plugged in. I can hear it booting up very quietly. I can hear kind of all the rumbling and noise going on, which is great. So our next step is we're going to go ahead and go over to the cell phone and we need to download the app. Okay, so our next step is to go ahead and install the EverGreen mobile app. That was what was that QR code. Go ahead and scan it. So we're going to go ahead and click install, and this is going to download and install the EverGreen mobile app. And it's a very hand-holding based off of what I've seen. There's been a bunch of other content creators that have done this so far, and they've done some great videos out there. So go check them out. You can see that they've done a really good job with this. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up our EverGreen mobile app. Basic and simple. We're going to fill out a bunch of information. We're not going to use this long term. This is just going to be for the video purposes. So it goes ahead and gives us a quick overview there, welcoming us to it. We're going to hit explore, and it gives us our few first steps. So first step we're going to do is set up your wallet. So we're going to select that there. I don't have a wallet yet, so we're going to do create new wallet. And it's going to ask us for a passphrase or for a PIN. For today's video, I'm going to do a PIN, but I'm going to go through and redo all of this after this video for security purposes. So we're going to do a PIN here. So let me type in a PIN real quick. Okay, our PIN is done. We're now going to go ahead and type in a name. So I'm just going to type in Hobbyist. If we can type. Oh man, we're so good on the keyboard. Hobbyist Miner. Okay, we're going to hit done. We're going to hit next. It's now going to go ahead and generating and saving our keychain. This shouldn't take too long. Looks like it's about under 30 seconds at this point, and we should be good to go. So look at that now. Look at it. Bam, bam, bam. We're almost completed. Dude, this is super nice. Like, this is really, really convenient. I'm hoping we get something like this in the future for some of these other all-in-one miners out there, not just isolated to Chia, because that would be super cool to see. All right, so we are done. Our keychain has completed within the app here. Great. So do we hit the X? We do. Awesome. On to set up your device. All right, so that process is done. It says, congrats, your wallet is now set up. So now we're going to set up our device. So I'm going to pick that there, and wants to go ahead and use access to the location. We're going to do just while in the app, which is just fine. It's now going to go ahead and look for our device. We'll give it a minute and see if it finds anything. Come on. To give you guys an idea, on the front of the device right now, there's nothing that's lit up right now. So that, just giving you guys a heads up, there's a light directly on the front here. There's nothing lit up. Your EverGreen was not automatically found. Please connect to this EVG Wi-Fi in your Wi-Fi settings. So I'm going to do that real quick. Well, things definitely went a little awry. So we had issues going ahead and actually accessing the unit. It couldn't see it at all. I couldn't find it, access it. It wasn't actually booting properly. So I reached out to the team over at EverGreen Mining, and their support got back to me right through their website, and they sent me over a new image file for the unit. So I used 𝐵oolean_etcher and just applied it, and off we went. Actually has a SanDisk little 16 gigabyte SD card in this unit, and there's not much to these. I mean, you pretty much have just the power, probably some type of converter it looks like here, and it goes and plugs directly into this Raspberry Pi. And then there's a light here on the front, and the light goes ahead, wraps around, and plugs into the Raspberry Pi as well. You can see in there we have all the other components, a little heat sink and everything. But yeah, not much to these. So I did not plan to open this up, but we've had to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all put back together, and we'll start back from where we were. All right, we're back in business. We're going to go ahead and do set up device. We're going to click there. It's now going to go ahead and try to locate our device. Hopefully we have better luck this time than last time. And look at that. Heck yeah. Whew, that worked. Thank you to their support. All right, we're back in business. Device is set up. Now we need to go ahead and set up an account, it looks like. So set up an account. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And we're going to go ahead and sign up because I don't have an account right now. And we're going to put in our email address, the Hobbyist Miner at gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email anytime, guys. Love to chat with you guys. All right, let's go ahead and hit sign up. Sign me up. Okay, cool. Enter the 6-digit code that was sent to your email. All right, let me turn around and check my email. All right, our code is typed in. Let's go ahead and confirm. Signed in. Okay. What now? Let's hit the X there. Link device, installing components onto the EverGreen. Okay, cool. All right, it looks like that might take a minute. Says this may take a while depending on the speed of your network. Please be patient. All right, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, so it looks like that finished. It took probably about five minutes or so. We're going to devices linked. All right, X, great. Set up farming, install farming components onto the EverGreen. All right, let's click there. Installing farming components onto the EverGreen. All right, this may take a few minutes as well. So guys, we're going to stand by and let this run, and we'll check back when this is finished. Okay, so we got a legal pop-up. We're just going to agree to that. We're going to hit accept. Farming is set up. Dude, that was so easy. All right, cool. So what's next? So I guess we're farming and we're good to go. As I said, I'm not totally sure. We're kind of learning as we go, which is great. Oh yeah, look, it's got the little wheel in the upper left-hand corner, which is nice. So the nice thing is about this app, guys, is it has everything built into it. But as we all know, we kind of want to make sure that we own our keys. So with that being said, something I'm going to look at into and learn as I go is actually going ahead and like having it go to a separate wallet versus use this wallet. Not that I don't trust EverGreen Mining, but I like to go ahead and have everything owned on my own. I know that inside of the settings here, you can come in here and go to keys. And then in here, you can actually view everything regarding, you know, your key information. You can back it up, all that fun stuff. So you do have some options there. So I'm going to play around with this. I'm going to reset everything after this video and reset it back up. Sorry guys, I want to be secure, but that's something I want to look into. So this has been, dude, this has been really, really easy. Now, let me see if I hit home there and farming status unavailable, please wait. Okay, so we need to give it a few minutes. So maybe I'll check back in a few minutes here to kind of see where that's at. Other than that, I mean, this was crazy simple. All right, so our setup is completed. If everything went as expected, it probably would have taken a max of 10 minutes total, I would say, if I went ahead and put out a number. So let's go ahead and hit home at the bottom. And in here, you can see total assets. We have 0 and income 0 right now. It does say farming. It is farming to flex pool if you guys are interested. It does show me I'm at 13 points in the last 24 hours, which has been a matter of minutes. You can last seen 1 minute ago. But this is awesome. So I'm going to follow up on this, guys, on this hardware, maybe in a few weeks. And check in to let you guys know how we're making out. I am not expecting to make buku bucks here, guys. This is just a fun avenue to go. As I've always told you guys, I am big about diversifying my portfolio. And if this gives me one more avenue to go at low watts, I am all for it. Now, the top unit here does only use 15 watts. And then every expansion slot, guys, only uses 6 additional watts. So you can see here, we have 12 here, we have 15 here. So we're at 27 watts total for this setup. I can't complain. I'm not even worried about calculations on profitability or how much my expenses are. I mean, this is like nothing, but I love it and it's good to go and we're set up. This is something I could put anywhere in my house and not have to worry about heat and things like that. All right, so it's giveaway time. So the EverGreen Miner for today's video, first off, thank you to evergreenminer.com for supplying it. Huge shout outs to them for supporting not only me, but the hobbyist miner community. Well, here is the EverGreen Miner starter kit, and it comes with 2 units, as you guys can see. The first unit is the Raspberry Pi unit, which is really the miner after all. And the second unit here is the expansion bay for your hard drive. And as you guys can see, you can add lots of expansion bays to this to build out this unit. So this is the exact unit we're giving away. I actually will be the one packaging this up and shipping it directly to one of you, the winners. So how do you enter the giveaway? Well, it's simple and easy. Directly down below in the description and the first pinned comment, you guys will see a link to a Gleam.io giveaway. You guys are mostly familiar with these. If you're not, go ahead and click on it and you can enter with different social media methods. There's YouTube in there and Twitter and a few other retweets and all that fun stuff in there. So go over and check out the giveaway and get yourselves one of these EverGreen Miner starter kits. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap things up for today's video on my first Chia miner. I've actually never owned one, and I'm excited to see how this thing does. Now, I know the profitability isn't through the roof. We're not making buku bucks here, but right now with all my rigs off due to high electrical costs, the fact that this thing uses barely any watts and allows me to diversify my crypto portfolio, I'll take it. Why not? And hey, maybe we'll find a use for this later on in the future when another big project pops off. We'll have to go ahead and see. Well, go over and check out evergreenminer.com. Thank them for supporting not only my channel, but the community. If you guys enjoyed today's video, give it one of these. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to see when I drop my next video. Take care.